I am Shane Allen. I am your host with the most. Do we have sound songs for this? Yes, we do.
We do.
Yes, I'm Shane Allen. I'm your host, and I'm here today with
Alexei Leskinen,
our
social media guy.
Yes, our social media guy. It is 5:25 today. We started a little bit late. We had some YouTube issues, but we are all ready and set for today's podcast. This is episode 3 of the Ninja Robot Podcast. We're gonna have a logo pop up at some point. I'll let you guys know a little bit more while we work on some other technical difficulties. This is a weekly podcast where we talk about all of this week's maker and robotics and games and arcade and esports and surrogate news from the entire week. So I collect these news over the week, and then we're going to chat about the biggest ones and all of these different... okay, no...
What's going on
this week? But anyways, for those listening, you're not seeing this right now, but we are having some YouTube streaming issues. But no worries, we're going to continue, even if it's just audio.
Question.
Yeah.
Can you submit news?
You can submit news. So if you think anything that you're doing fits into Maker, robots, games, arcade, esports, definitely send it forward. Take a look at it. It might end up in the podcast. And for those who, just like the last episode, who are listening, or sorry, those, yeah, well, listening or watching, if you have any questions at the end of this this podcast, we're going to answer those questions. So Alexei is going to be checking out the YouTube live chat. So comment below if you have anything to say or just any questions during the live stream. Bump in screen resolution. And better battery life. It's starting at $299 for the base 64GB model, $399 for the 256 version, and $100 drop from the original Quest. Pre-orders have been open since September, and they're available through Oculus's own site. One of the biggest improvements is the weight and the balance. And the potential catch that apparently people are having a huge issue with is that you need a Facebook account, not just an Oculus account, to use it. Am I gonna have a picture-in-picture on one of this? Some point as well? Yeah. So yeah, I think it's... everybody's flipping out about this Facebook account. You need a Facebook account to use it. Like, come on. It's just a Facebook account. Just go make one.
I guess some people just don't want to be on social media for some reason.
Yeah. You could always make a fake Facebook account.
That is true.
And call it Alexei Oculus.
Yeah. But that's weird. Why do you need a Facebook account, though?
Because Facebook owns Oculus.
Oh.
So they want you to have that account.
They need more users.
So it's like a universal account. But I mean, you use Facebook for anything nowadays. That's like a Facebook login or a Google login.
Yeah.
Or
we're somehow connected to the internet anyways, always, so.
Yeah. But anyways, that is the biggest news this week. So I know Stan ordered one of these.
Oh, no way.
And I think he's supposed to get it today or yesterday or whatever, but they're late. And I've been looking at a lot of these Oculus forums on Facebook, and people are pretty mad because they're not getting them on time. But also, a lot of people are having issues with the lenses. So the lenses in the Oculus Quest apparently are not glued properly. Some people have even had the lenses pop out, or they're pre-scratched.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean, it's a $300 VR headset. I mean, I paid, I don't know, $800 for my Oculus Rift. And even that wasn't perfect. So I'm assuming like a $300 version. I mean, come on, what are you expecting? That's cheaper than your phone. Even if you got a cheap phone, it's like around the same price.
But still, like, it is. I mean, it does kind of suck.
It sucks. Yeah,
it does break, and...
some people just return them. Apparently they took the returns, and then they're going to get a new one shipped to them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's that. So now we can move on to our first news topic of the day, and that is going to be Maker News. All right, this week in Maker News, I found this guy, Akaki Kumiri. Sorry if I said your name incorrectly. He made a hands-on throttle stick for PS4 controllers. I got this off The Verge. After delighting us with his 3D printed joystick and throttle, which turned on an Xbox One controller, YouTuber Akaki Kumeri has returned with a new version that works with the PS4's DualShock 4 controller. This time there's an option of having 2 joysticks and no throttle, plus thumbsticks and triggers. The added triggers are great for playing flying combat games like recently released Star Wars Squadron, which we covered last week. And you'll need them for shooting down enemy ships. The joystick, triggers, and buttons use lengths of string to press the controller's buttons, which Kumeri admits can feel a little flimsy. Other designs add joysticks and throttle to Xbox or Nintendo controllers. If you want to give this project a try, then Kumeri's design is available to download on Thingiverse.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, like it's a whole setup. Like, you could fly anything probably pretty nicely, and it's got to be pretty cheap. You just 3D print it.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Thingiverse, there's all these free files. I think this is a free file as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get the full experience without having to drop hundreds of dollars at least on a nice flight simulator.
You can easily like mass produce this.
Could. Someone will probably copy it.
Yeah.
It probably has a license on his Thingiverse saying, hey, don't copy this for commercial uses, but you changed it a little bit and no one's going to be able to stop you.
Where is this guy from? I'm more
not
intrigued by his name, honestly.
Sure. Yeah. Akaki Kumeri.
If someone knows what name that is or which part of the world, let me know.
It almost sounded Japanese, but then it almost sounded Finnish.
Right?
And I was like, wow, okay.
It was like a mixture of all. I thought it was like from Kazakhstan or something somehow.
Maybe. Or Poland, or I don't know if it's a Polish.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're just throwing out countries now.
Right, yeah, we are. But you know what's funny, though? Have you noticed that pretty much all the games, everything we talk about, there's always Star Wars in it. It's always front and center. Even the Oculus, there was Star Wars right there. They showed Star Wars as a game.
I mean, Star Wars is pretty cool stuff.
I feel like it's like an ongoing theme in our podcast.
Yeah. Yep. Star Wars every single podcast so far. Yeah. In other maker news, I found this guy Hack RC. I got this on Hackaday. In very brief, he is running Ubuntu on an ROS on the PC and Nano. This is a Jetson Nano robot using RealSense, RP LiDAR, and joysticks. It's all tied together with Python code and is using a Modbus over IP to solve problem getting joystick data to the Nano. Modbus has been around for 40 years and has widespread support in many languages and platforms. But again, yeah, it's another joystick thing, actually. He's got the pretty sweet joystick controlling this sort of bending RC bot remotely. It's pretty cool. And Jetson Nanos are pretty cheap these days. So, yeah, this was a pretty cool project on Hackaday. Figured we'd show it. I think some of our viewers would like something like this.
I think so, for sure.
All right. Now we move on to our next news segment, Robotics News. All right. This week in Robotics News, I found an all-terrain micro-robot that flips through your colon. So I got this from ScienceDaily.com. A rectangular robot as tiny as a few human hairs can travel throughout a colon by doing backflips. Purdue University engineers have demonstrated in live animal models. The researchers chose the colon for experiments because it has an easy point of entry. Your rectum.
I feel like I can come up with so many alternative places.
No, that's the easiest point. And they admit it's very messy. In the colon, you have all these fluids and materials that following along the path, but the robot is moving in the opposite direction. Of course, things want to go out there, not exactly in. It's not just an easy voyage, says Louis Solorio, assistant professor.
So wait, what's the point of this?
So you can deliver like medicine and do other things without side effects.
Right. And this could be used on animals too, like your dogs.
Sure, you can put some robots. One thing I noticed, I mean, it's kind of a stretch to call this a robot.
Yeah.
Because obviously this is using some sort of a magnetic fields that just turn these things. There's no actual motors or anything.
No.
So it's not really a robot.
Does it say how it's being used? Is it magnets?
I don't have it here, but I mean, based on what I can see, it's definitely magnetic fields that are flipping this. Which is not new. I mean, I've seen things similar, but I guess this is now going through a colon is maybe one of the newer ways of using this technology.
Where'd you say? Purdue University?
Purdue's Weldon School of Biomedical Engineering.
Does it? Okay, I gotta ask though. That text that you got from them, does it literally say that it does backflips?
Yes.
I would
backflips through your colon.
I would think that like a medical school would come up with a more technical term.
Yeah.
It's like
bacular flipular.
We're gonna stick a magnet or a thing that chases a magnet. It's gonna do backflips up your rectum.
Yes. Yeah. And then you can have that on your a cool T-shirt. My thesis: backflips through your rectum. All right. Now we got the next in robotics news. Intel's OpenBot wants to make robots out of smartphones. I got this from spectrum.ieee.org. You could make a pretty persuasive argument that smartphone represents the single fastest area of technology progress we're going to experience for the foreseeable future. Every 6 months or so, there's something with better sensors, more computing power, and faster connectivity. Many different areas of robotics are benefiting from this, from using phones, and this project called OpenBot, that is a $50 worth of hardware robot, not including your phone, allows you to do advanced robotic workloads such as person following, real-time autonomous navigation, etc. And I guess this is also telepresence and such. They asked Intel Labs' Matthias Müller why is now the right time to launch OpenBot, and he mentioned things like the existence of a large maker community with broad access to 3D printing, as well as open source software that makes broader development easier. They're working right now at OpenBot on bigger, faster, and more powerful robot bodies that will be suitable for mass production. These are very similar motors that we saw being used actually on that cardboard bot we saw last time, this crafty bot.
Yes.
And I mean, we've seen a lot of these teleoperation robots coming out using a phone, so this is not anything super new, but OpenBot's been around for a few years.
Okay. Have you seen like a few years ago how it looked like? Did it have a prototype?
It was basically like
advanced?
this.
Okay.
Nah, it's the same. They're just using some cheap brushed motors, some 3D printed shell, and the phone. I mean, Crafty Robot has this, and it's about the same price, I would say, about $50.
Okay.
But yeah, you can do a bunch of cool stuff, and it's interesting to see that we're moving towards more of this telepresence technology using phones.
Yeah.
It's coming out. There's like some Kickstarters too. I found. I don't have it written down here, but there's some Kickstarters for using phones on robots, and basically you use all the sensors of the phone, that you don't really need to have anything on the robot besides motors. But yeah, that's that. Interesting to see. We'll keep you up to date if they come out with anything bigger coming soon.
Yeah, I mean, it would be fun to like test one of those out, you know, in the office or something.
Yeah, I mean, we have the Crafty Bot.
Yeah.
From Ross Atkins, so we'll have that thing hooked up and we could try.
Yeah, we should.
Very similar.
We could show it does basically the same thing, right?
Yeah. All right, we'll move on to our next news segment, which is game news. All right. Game news. This week, Nintendo has now released Minecraft characters to Super Smash Bros. The act of mining is simple. You just hold the B button and your Minecraft character of choice. You can play as the default Minecraft characters Steve and Alex, as well as a zombie and an Enderman. I'm trying to... Can we fast forward this somehow? I guess not. I think it's going to pop up really soon, though, for those watching.
It's so awkward in the video, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and the beginning of the video starts with the guy talking, but we're not listening to him, so it's a little bit weird. But yeah, you can play as Steve and Alex, as well as a zombie and an Enderman. We'll then automatically start mining materials from the ground, and you can see what you've collected above your character portrait at the bottom of the screen. Collecting resources and crafting is critical to making your character competitive in a fight. With the right materials, you can upgrade your wooden tools to iron, gold, and eventually diamond to make them more powerful. But you can also use those materials to craft blocks on the ground and even in mid-air, using them as useful defense and recovery tools. Hopefully it'll pop up soon. We're not just watching the creator.
Did you have the trailer?
This is the trailer.
Oh, yeah, because that's the trailer. I saw it on, I think, last week on social media.
Okay.
They were advertising the Minecraft guy will be on Super Smash Bros. And it was like a super nice trailer, for sure.
Oh no.
It was like Mario got lost in his world or something like that in the trailer.
Okay.
And then he busted out, and then next thing you know, they built his own arena, as you can see.
Yeah.
Minecraft looking
and you
arena.
Can fight, I guess, in the arena.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm just gonna fast forward through this. For some reason but like right here, you got Mario playing inside of Minecraft.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Heresy.
That was Essa. in case you're wondering where the creepy voice came out of nowhere.
There's no ghosts over here.
But yeah, should be fun. You might want to check that out. Seems like a fun addition to Super Smash Brothers.
Do you still play that?
No, actually, I have it on the Switch now, so I should jump into it, at least try this, because I have all the other Minecraft games. I've been testing, so testing late nights, playing Minecraft, and the Minecraft Dungeons, I think is what the other one is called. You can walk through. It's like a top-down isometric game. Anyways. Alright, on the next in-game news this week, GameStop will be getting revenue from Xbox Cloud game purchases. I got this from Ars Technica. In a seemingly unprecedented deal, GameStop will now share in the lifetime digital sales revenue, including for full game downloads, DLC, and subscription plans for any Xbox console sold through its stores. So basically, they sell an Xbox at GameStop, they then get a portion of the revenue out of all of the purchases that were on that Xbox.
Why? I don't get it. Like,
it's like an incentive. I don't know. There's not too much details that I could find, and admittedly, none of the news said they knew too much about it.
What's in it for Xbox?
I mean, maybe it helps.
They sell themselves.
It gives incentive maybe to GameStop to push it more. Maybe.
Okay.
Spend some marketing dollars. Come to the store. Put up billboards. I don't know.
Because I understood GameStop isn't doing that well. It got stopped here in Nordics completely.
Yeah, it doesn't exist here in Finland now.
Yeah.
It says the first sign of this new revenue sharing agreement actually came somewhat hidden in a GameStop issue last week. Multi-year strategic partnership with Microsoft.
There it is.
But yeah, it says they sell the Xbox, and whatever that person buys with that Xbox, they get a cut out of it. Now, we don't know how big the cut is. It's not public. How long it extends. It says multi-year, but I don't know. But maybe more news will come out in the coming weeks. But it's interesting because, yeah, they are dying, and why would Xbox even want to help them, maybe? I don't know. You can buy them at Best Buy or even online, so...
Yeah.
But maybe they're doing it for everybody, though. Maybe it's not just GameStop, and we just haven't heard
Yeah,
about
maybe
everybody.
it's like other stores, but we just don't know. Maybe in Europe, they're in USA mostly or something.
Yeah, this maybe just got accidentally leaked early.
Yeah.
Not sure. Next part of the news. Speaking of Xbox... Microsoft's first Xbox Series X commercial features a ton of Halo. I got this from The Verge.
Yes.
Microsoft is launching its marketing campaign for its next-gen Xbox Series X and Series S consoles today. The theme for the first TV commercial expands on the Power Your Dreams tagline that Microsoft originally used to unveil its Xbox Series X on stage at the Game Awards back in December. The minute-long spot features... a bunch of famous actors, and also prominently features Halo imagery, despite the delay of Halo Infinite that was originally intended to be launched with the Xbox Series X and Series S. Microsoft is now planning to debut this TV commercial during the Minnesota Vikings and Seattle Seahawks game on Sunday night.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of hints Halo.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Halo fan.
Halo was my whole middle school.
Yeah, same. Huge. Just huge. High school and middle school.
There's a ghost coming out. Oh, yeah. You're doing the theme music.
But they're making Halo on the computer as well.
That was the theme music, anybody was wondering. Yeah, let's see how the Halo works on the new
I don't know.
Xbox.
I haven't played Halo forever. Like all the ones after is it Halo 2 or 3? Which?
Yeah, it was 1 and 2 for me. After that, I stopped.
Yeah,
playing.
I haven't really played any of them either. So.
No, at least I don't think I played the third one very much. But yeah, let's see how it works on the new Xbox coming out next month.
Okay.
Yeah. So next we'll move on to our category called Arcade News. Alright, this week, versus the other weeks, I'm not going to talk about any arcades closing, as we've done and shown every week because of this coronavirus stuff. Because there's actually some decent arcade news this week that I would rather highlight, but there has definitely been more arcades shutting down. We're just not going to talk about it this week. I think it's kind of a broken record. Corona's shutting down a lot of arcades, and it's pretty sad. But for arcade news this week... found this from thegg.net. My Arcade Space Invader Microplayer Mini Arcade is now available across Europe. Produced in a partnership with Taito Corporation, who we know as being the maker of Space Invaders, which was huge. Their game Space Invaders expands on the My Arcade collectible line of microplayers, allowing gamers to obliterate hordes of attacking alien adversaries from the comfort of their home with jaw-dropping levels of authenticity. Keep up with My Arcade's mission in bringing arcade nostalgia out of memory lane onto your tabletops at myarcadegaming.com. We have one of these over there. I don't know what we have, though.
I don't think we have Space Invaders. Does
we
it
don't
have?
No, that just came out. I don't know what we have. We have a mini arcade. Is it from the...
Well, either way, people can't see it.
Is it My Arcade or is it something else?
Oh.
Well, anyways, we got something like this.
Yeah.
Not sure if it's My Arcade, but yeah, it's they're pretty fun. Pretty fun little things you can play at home. They fit in your palm. Also in arcade news this week, there is Arcade Dreams documentary presenting the history of arcade games. I got this from cogconnected.com. Before there was home consoles, there were arcades. The multi-part documentary, Arcade Dreams, will tell the tale on how simple mechanical amusements such as foosball tables grew into electrical, augmented wonders and blossomed into the iconic arcade games of the 80s. It will conclude by examining where VR arcades are heading today. This is quoted, "You'll be transported through time as we show you the games, the arcade environment, and the stories of people who were there. Stories that have been told before," says the documentary's official website. Learn more at arcadeddocumentary.com, and you can back their Kickstarter campaign to make this documentary happen right now. But yeah, there's a lot of arcade documentaries coming out. There's one on Netflix I saw recently. What was it called?
High Score or something?
Was it that? Yeah, it was like one season. They went from like esports in the beginning with Nintendo and going all the way through to now.
I can't remember what it was.
Yeah,
called.
that was pretty good. So if this is anything like that, it'd be probably an interesting watch. They got some. It looks like they got interviews with some famous people and some good footage. So yeah, if you're interested in watching this, maybe you want to back them on Kickstarter. Even a couple bucks usually helps these creators. So that's nice.
But yeah, it was called High Score.
High Score. Yeah. That was great on Netflix.
Quickly on the Xbox, the previous segment, just had to correct you that that game already happened last Sunday, October 12th. So the commercial has come out already.
Oh, the Halo one.
Yeah, yeah. So we had.
How did I miss that?
Well, I don't know. I was watching the game myself.
It was this week's news, so I was like, dang.
Yeah, I was watching the game, so I remember. I'm like, I've seen that one before. And then we were also in the chat, YouTube chat. Someone told us that the game happened already. So thank you for that.
Okay. Well, sorry about that. I guess I missed that news.
You have to go now watch it.
Now I got to go watch it again. All right. All right, now we're going to move on to our next category, esports news. All right, this, like every other week before it, will not come as a surprise that some esports teams and some esports startups have raised a ton of money. It happens every single week, and this week's no different. So, this company, Mogul, raised $5.6 million. I got this from esportsinsider.com.
5.6.
Australian-based matchmaking and tournament platform, Mogul, has raised $5.6 million. The latest capital injection is expected to allow the company to continue operating fully funded for the next 24 months. The company is expected to use the funds to continue developing its matchmaking and tournament platform, accelerate its monetization and brand engagement strategies, blah, 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 blah. Esports Insider says the latest raise is good news for Mogul. It can continue to expand its offering and continue operating. It's worth noting, however, a quick look at the company's books show low revenues generated relative to the millions of dollars in expenditures, particularly when it comes to salary. Last year, the company generated 50,000 USD in revenue against 3.5 million USD net loss. But that doesn't really mean much for anybody who keeps up to date with startups. They lose money constantly because they're usually building or developing something. So I'm not sure what Esports Insider was getting at, but it's quite a normal thing. The investors are investing in the future of where this thing can go, not current revenues now. So it's like a bet towards the future that this Mogul is going to take off, and I guess their matchmaking and tournament platform will be a success.
Do you know what games they specialize in? Mention I hear
PC and mobile games, so I guess it's sort of general.
So I'm on their website, if this is the correct website here. Yeah, it seems like there's Age of Empires, What else? Legend of Runeterra.
Yeah, it spans across.
Yeah,
lots of.
There's multiple games here. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one. But now we also got Talon Esports team raised $2 million in their seed round this past week. Since being founded in 2017, we have seen Talon grow from competing with local competitions to making it into the biggest stage of esports, the League of Legends World Championship, says Sean Zhang, CEO and co-founder of Talon Esports. We can't afford to slow down, and with the seed funding, we will look to enter new markets and explore lifestyle and fashion opportunities. Lifestyle and fashion opportunities. To build a brand that pushes the boundaries for performance and imagine. I guess it's probably like t-shirts and stuff.
I think it's merch and then like...
It's not blenders.
Because nowadays esports is so
toasters.
much more than just the gaming. It is a lifestyle aspect of it. If you think about the gamers themselves, they're trying to branch out and like become social media people or whatever the case is.
That's true.
So they are like, it is lifestyle, I guess.
Okay, yeah. The
and
terminology kind of...
Yeah.
I started thinking like some lady cooking food on TV. That's like lifestyle.
What if one of them's like into making cakes and stuff, and then he makes a YouTube channel?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, as we see every week, raising millions of dollars in these esports-based companies, teams, and platforms usually.
Even during these tough times.
Even during these tough times. But now it's more exaggerated because of Corona. Everybody's at home. It makes so much sense when you look at the vast landscape of things to invest in gaming or in esports or anything around there that keeps people entertained. Yeah. So next we move on to our next topic, which is surrogate news. I have to do it every time, but I almost forgot. Yeah, I forgot this time. All right. This week's Robot Explorer. We did a package delivery. So Robot Explorer, for those who don't know, is a weekly thing on Wednesdays, which we drive around a robot to different locations and we try to do different tasks. So sometimes in the past we've gone and picked up Subway. Other times we've picked up, we went to a skate park. And then this time we were delivering a package to one of our co-founders, Esco, for his raid. But here's something funny that happened. So we're in the picture-in-picture. Stan's currently driving. He has a pop-up that says, battery running low. He lost control. He almost got hit by a car. We're like, no. Boom, smashed into a car. And now he's stuck under the tire. And so
I wish you had the sounds on that.
Yeah, it was like, no.
They're just like the two contrasting reactions. You're just laughing and cracking up, and Stan was actually literally worried.
He's like, oh no, how are we gonna get it out of here?
Yeah, he's like, did we scratch the car? Oh my god.
Like, no, he hit the car. He had a real accident here. He didn't report it to the police, but I'm gonna report Stan. If I skip forward a bit here, Stan doesn't know what to do. You can see he's very mad. And then he runs off to go get Essa, who's behind the camera. And that's when I finally take control. If I can zoom a little bit further here.
Come on. Yeah, there you go. Click it forward. There it is.
So here's where I take control, and I'm like, I just got to find a car
and
bash a car. Meanwhile, Stan's running around trying to get Essa to go and pick it up because we're miles and miles and miles away. There's no one following this button. Bam! I smashed on the bumper, and we are ready.
And that was like your plan, right?
Yeah. I said it in the beginning. I was like, you just got to hit another car.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I don't want to hit a car. I was like, we already hit one. And I think this is the same car he hit, so we hit the car twice now.
I like it.
But then we were good for the rest of the drive. Stan comes back, and we deliver. We managed to get our way inside of Esco's apartment. This door opens. Some random citizen of the real world opens this door, and we sneak in. But boom, we're inside his apartment.
Did he see you go in?
I don't know, probably. I mean, the thing is not silent. It's like... So we got in, and then Esco comes out, and eventually he picks up his food, shows it to the chat, and there we go. Successful. How far did we go?
6 6.7 or 6.8 kilometers.
Yeah, we drove completely that far. Nobody following us. Completely over 4G network. 0 latency. Really smooth, and it was in the 1080p. So we're getting better every week. So if you want to check it out, next week, Robot Explorer happens every single Wednesday.
And James Willen over here on YouTube said that there was the kid on the scooter that helped when it flipped as well.
That's true. Yeah, we had awesome kid on a scooter. If I can get back to it, I can show you. We flipped the bot in front of this kid, and he actually picked it up and helped us, and he was having fun with us on the way.
The community said that he was the MVP of the stream.
That's true. Yeah, I don't want to miss not showing you all this.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting in the future because we are in Finland in the north, and it is getting darker and darker earlier and earlier.
Here it is. We flipped the bot, and we're like, oh no. And I was like, maybe the kid's going to be nice, and he'll put us back over. The kid was super nice. He just gently put it down.
How'd you flip it like that?
We went backwards, and I was like, do a wheelie, boom! And then a wheelie went up. And everybody's like, wow, kid's the MVP. The chat was going crazy.
He was.
On SurrogateTV.
Because you could have not continued without him.
Yeah, we would be stuck there, and someone would have to go pick it up. But yeah, the kid was nice, and he was razor scootering next to us. So yeah, it was awesome. There is hope for the future of humanity and robots.
And in the future, just keep giving us suggestions on our Discord on the Robo Explorer channel, right?
Yeah.
What should we do next? Where should we go with the robot? Like I said, it's gonna get darker and darker over here. It's already getting dark just after 6 already.
Yeah, we gotta get some lights on that bot.
Yeah, so we're gonna get some lights. We're not gonna stop. And then
there's
actually they already promised snow maybe already next week.
So we might be going snowing.
Yeah, I mean it might not be like permanent snow, but it's coming though.
But it's good we have the monster truck now. So this is a Traxxas monster truck that we sort of hacked to be hooked up to the internet. We can see it all in live. So it should be able to go over the snow, but we have never tested it.
But that's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's what we do. This is all tests. So it's a Wednesday test. As you can see here, 5 p.m. GMT plus 3 Finland time, or it's like a 10 a.m. East Coast US. Also every week, on every Friday, we have Sumobots Battle Royale, where you're controlling real-life robots. Last week's prizes were won by Wilburs, Bolin, and Kochipos for being the top 3.
And the prizes were?
The prizes were those mouse pads you see me throwing around on the little GIF there.
Super cool.
Yeah, super cool mouse pads. And this week, what do we have?
This week we have poop emojis. Do you have poop emojis over there, Esa?
Yeah, we're gonna give you guys some poop emojis for the top.
I don't know why, but you guys like these.
You can check them, or you can. That's easier.
Yeah.
Poop.
So every Thursday, most Thursdays, I will ask between 2 prizes or themed prizes, and you guys choose. So you guys went with the poop emojis, because you guys seem to love the poop emojis. So you are playing for these today. So join the live stream.
Yeah. First, second, and third. It's a free game, so definitely go tune in. SurrogateTV. Also, these are the top leaderboard right now. Last week, you only see on the left, and this week is on the right. We've seen the Hunter was in first place, but then he dropped down to 4th, losing Elo points. His game runs on Elo. And Wilburs has just shot up from 4th place up to 1st, and is now 1,599, almost in the 1,600 club. As well as Jeffman shot up and Kochipos.
I think so it's
changing.
Wilburs who said, probably Wilburs, yeah, he said he's waiting on purpose until today to get over that 1,600.
All right, we might see some intense battles today.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to tune into the live stream today for this game, it's in 1 hour. So get ready, get your fingers warmed up, because you're going to be able to play some real-life robots here in Finland at SurrogateTV. You can find it right on the homepage, Sumobots Battle Royale. Just like every week on the podcast, we have a clip of the week. And again, Jeffman, I think, had the best clip.
Yeah.
So right here, you can watch. So the bots, they self-reset. Completely hands-off. But then this bot did something really strange. Now watch this. I'm going to play it.
Are they on top of each other?
They're next to each other right now.
Okay.
But when it self-resets, it jumps up. It jumps up right on top of there.
Yeah.
So that was weird. Now I got to do this again. Now watch. It's laid down behind it, and when it tries to do the flip, pops right on top.
What day was this?
I don't know the specific day.
But this wasn't on the live stream.
This was not on the live stream. But this was like pretty crazy looking. I've watched it over like 10 times. Like, what is going on here? Boom! It flies on top on the left part of the screen. So, pretty funny clip. Last time it was like a battle clip.
Yeah, and I did today also post.
Really goofy.
I posted today another clip, so we do try to post more of them as long as we have the time. Tuchaka, he did. Too bad we don't have it. It's on our social media, but if you go check over there, there was like a whole train.
I saw that.
Yeah, he pushed just everybody off Tuchaka.
Yeah, it's in this link here, this surrogate.gg/surrogate.tv. If you go to that community and then you go to hashtag surrogate specific media, you'll find that video.
Yeah, so keep clipping them. We will go through them this week. It's been hectic, but we go through them. The more the merrier, and we can still post them like the week after, whatever the case is. If you did something cool or saw something fancy or exciting happen on the Sumobot arena.
Definitely, and you get a call out on the podcast. All right, that was the top clip of the week. And we are towards the end of the podcast. You can follow us on our social media, SurrogateTV. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in today. We'll be back next Friday with a whole new
Do we want to take some questions?
You can if you have some.
There was a few good ones. Hold up. Well, okay. Well, randomly asked over here on YouTube, how much stuff have you broken in the office just by throwing it around?
A lot of things. We break stuff every day.
We have a bad habit of just like throwing stuff, especially when we're live streaming, because it looks cool when it just...
And they just fly off, but then we don't really know where they fly.
Yeah.
They all go missing.
And usually it's not even on the first take that we like accomplish it, so we do actually toss it around and over our heads or whatever the case is. So plenty of stuff, and we don't really care what it is. We will still throw it.
Yeah. Get a little crazy. Some reason I always yell every time I do one of these things. I'm like, go play Sumobots right now, boo!
Yeah.
And then stuff are flying and poop emojis are flying around.
Yeah. I think same too. I think it was like Asa's second or third week in the company, and he had to film one of these because Stan wasn't here, and I just tossed these poops or something at him while he was filming, and he just looked at me going like, what is wrong with you? And it was like an initiation to our company, like, get used to it.
Yeah, this is what we do. We throw stuff and yell on everything.
Oh.
Welcome to Surrogate.
You have any other ones you want to take? Or?
Well, yeah. Well, Zeke asked, I guess it's a little more personal. Zeke asked, where'd you guys go to college?
Where did I go to college? I went to university in Joensuu, Eastern Finland.
Eastern Finland. And
Karelia University.
Yeah, and I went in Porvoo, so just an hour east here of Helsinki.
Oh.
Yeah.
I went for product design.
But you didn't study overseas, no?
No, I studied in Finland.
Yeah.
For product design.
And I did an exchange overseas. But yeah,
Well, I did exchange in Japan, too.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I was there for 8 months.
There you go.
And Josai International University.
Did you like internships there?
Huh?
Internships too?
No, I didn't do an internship.
Okay.
But I went to school there. Yeah, Chiba, Japan, 2 hours out of Tokyo. It was amazing.
Yeah, and I was in Bangkok, Thailand.
True that. And you got any other?
No, I think that's good enough for today. No more questions have come in right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just lots of comments.
Lots of comments.
Okay. If you haven't already, you can join our community. It's discord.gg/surrogatetv. And you can follow us on the social media, as I said, at SurrogateTV. And remember, in an hour, you're going to be launching... What the... Sumobots will be coming up, where you can win all those poop emoji prizes. And so head over to Surrogate.tv and take part for those prizes.
And Stan will be hosting today.
Stan the Man, which you saw last week on the podcast, will be hosting.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's that. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I am Shane Allen.
Look, we're throwing things. I'm Alexi Leskinen.
Have a great weekend, and we will see you later today for the Friday Sumobots, and then next Friday for another Ninja Robot podcast. Take care. See you then.
Bye-bye.